a member of 41st Polar Expedition, Polish Academy of Sciences. Our work here in Spitsbergen has started in June this year, and will last for 1 year. At the station, I work as a hydrochemist, and I have this possibility to meet with you and tell you a few words about living in the far north. Today, I will tell you about the northern lights, which are also known as Aurora Borealis. I will try my best to explain you its phenomenon, and I will show you Aurora here at the station. At the end, we will do an interactive quiz, so I encourage you to listen. Um, okay, what are the northern lights? It can be confusing. So nowadays, we know that Aurora Borealis is caused by Earth's magnetic field and widely flying particles from the sun. But can you imagine how hard it was to explain its phenomenon centuries ago? Well, people in the past was thinking when what people was thinking in the past when they saw the mysterious light in the sky. So there are many interesting legends, myths, and beliefs referring to this subject. Um, People try to explain it in a very creative ways, many different creative ways. One of the most interesting story is a mythical creature, firefox. According to Finns, it was shining, glowing, beautiful fox with a firing tail. Um, so the legend about this fox was while the white fox was running through the forest, it hit the trunks of the trees and the snow blanket with his fairy tail, creating sparkles that fly to the sky. So basically, that sparkles was thought to be aurora. What are the other superstitions? For example, in Scotland, it was believed that aurora borealis were a ghost of happy dancers. On the other hand, for some tribes in North America, it was a sign of incoming war or disease. So something bad. What it was, I mean, the meaning was quite bad for them. In Greenland, it was believed that these are the souls of the children that passed away recently, and viewing the lights in the sky was a sign that the souls are happy. Inuits of Alaska thought that the lights are the spirits of the animals they were hunting, and in the Norway, it was believed to be a giant shoal of herrings. Herring is a kind of fish. Um, what's interesting in China, in ancient China, Aurora Borealis was believed to be a dragon's breath. So that was the superstitions, and what are the facts? So northern lights are the light phenomenon occurring in upper layers of atmosphere caused by collision of charged plasma particles with gas molecules in the Earth's atmosphere. It occurs in thermosphere, it's a part of ionosphere, at the altitude of 100 to 200 kilometers above the ground. On the southern hemisphere, uh, the aurora is called the southern lights, of course, and the other name is Aurora australis. So northern lights of Aurora Borealis, as I mentioned before, it's the same. Basically the same. The word aurora comes from a Latin word for dawn, the morning light, and the goodness of dawn in Roman mythology. Since aurora was the first light, was thought to be the first light uh, um, on the day. Okay. Um, I will shortly explain you now causes of aurora. Later we'll see a short movie about it, but I will try my best to explain it. What are the causes of aurora? So the sun emits electrically charged particles called solar wind. Most of these charged particles gets deflected by Earth's magnetic field, and some of trapped particles move towards polar regions since the low magnetic field. In the polar region, they collide with gases and in the Earth's ionosphere and leads to formation of aurora. You can see the picture here, and now I will try to. I hope it will work. We'll now be watching a short movie. Let's check if it's. enough with theory. As it was mentioned, the lights can be seen from above the fields, magnetic fields of northern and southern hemisphere. Um, so basically, where are the places where aurora can be seen? So on the north, it's possible to see it in Greenland, North Canada, Alaska, northern part of Siberia, and Scandinavia. Of course, here in Svalbard also. And on the south, it's possible to see it. From Antarctica, also maybe glimpsed in Tasmania, southern New Zealand, Falkland Islands. So that's not all the places you can spot it, but just mention the most important. And that's aurora occurs only on Earth. Surprisingly, Aurora Borealis can be found on the other planets besides Earth. Aurora have been documented on many other planets such as Jupiter, Uranus, Saturn, Mars, and Neptune. Here you can find the pictures I found on the NASA webpage. It's quite nice. And what are what causes the different colors of the northern light? So there are three main factors that that can cause different colors. So what atoms the charged particles collide with, the speed of collision, and the altitude. So the most popular color is green, and as you can see here, it's the typical altitude is between 120 180 kilometers above the ground. So just to know that there are many different colors. And what are the types of aurora? So the aurora often first appears as an arc stretching from the east to sky. Later in the night, it may develop into rippling streamers, pulsing globes, or a corona of a rise that appear from a point high in the sky. The fact that aurora appearance can change so much within, of course, one single night or even one single hour, so it makes it mesmerizing. You can watch for minutes and admire it. It's really nice. The last aurora we saw here at the station, it was just 2 days ago, and I think it was one of the best I've seen in my life. So it's worth waiting. Okay. What influence has aurora on us? So there's no effect on the human body, no negative effect on the human body, but there are some problems. For example, with it can be some problems with with radio interferences. It can be some difficulties in operating GPS system. It can change the trajectories of satellites, and some problems with ground faults as power grids. So it may happen, but it's just to let you know. And what are the ideal conditions to watch aurora? Well, so the best time is of course at night, as it was mentioned in the movie. In the winter months, and it should be dark. So in a new moon, and it's best to go somewhere outside the city than watch it in the big cities. So yeah, that's the point, and air pollution should be low. It would be perfect when there is no clouds on the sky. So that's the ideal conditions, and here in Spitsbergen it happens. Yeah, it happens quite a lot. So we are very happy to watch auroras often. Now I will show you the second movie, which shows you Aurora Borealis here at the station, by my friend last year. I will try to play it from this file. I hope you can watch it. Okay, let's start. Okay, I hope there was no problem that time. Okay, let's make a brief summary what we get known today. Aurora bright light appearing in the sky, basically in the winter months. It's a natural phenomenon which occurs most frequently in the polar regions. The charged particles thrown out of the sun surface enters into Earth's atmosphere and undergo collision with gases. The variation of the color of aurora depends on energy of charged particles and the gas which collision takes place. So, as I mentioned here, as I mentioned before, you can see the red color, the blue color, the green, and the occurrence of aurora on the planet depicts the presence of the atmosphere of the magnetic field. Now I will show the last movie, which also shows the aurora above our station. Okay, so that was all from my side. Thank you so much for watching.